tired of your car's AC blowing warm, weak air during scorching days? In this video, we're revealing 9 proven tips to supercharge your AC's cooling performance and keep your rides ice cold. Simple fixes, smart habits, and hidden tricks that'll make a massive difference. Don't miss it. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on simple car hacks that keep you cool, save you money, and make every drive better. Alright, let's kick things off with tip number 1, and this is where most drivers completely miss the mark when it comes to next level AC performance. Tip number 1, boost your AC's power with performance additives. Most drivers overlook a simple category of products called AC performance boosters. These aren't miracle fixes for broken systems, but they can give a noticeable cooling boost to an AC that's working, just underperforming. Therefore, if your system is sealed and functional but not delivering that ice-cold blast you expect, a performance booster additive might be exactly what you need. These additives improve refrigerant flow and absorb moisture trapped in the system, which allows the air from your vents to feel colder much faster. Products like AC Pro Super Seal, Red Angel, and Interdynamics Recharge are known to drop cabin temps by 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit when used correctly. But keep this in mind, if your AC has leaks, a failing compressor, or is low on refrigerant, these boosters won't fix the root problem. They're enhancers, not repairs. Therefore, always ensure your system is mechanically sound before using them. Use smartly though. You'll be amazed how quickly your AC turns from cool to Arctic. Now, before you blame your AC for being weak, there's one tiny button inside your car that could be sabotaging your cooling without you even realizing it. Tip number 2, the recirculation button, your AC's secret weapon for instant cooling. It's easy to overlook, but that little button with the car icon and a circular arrow, that's not just decoration, it's the key to making your AC work smarter, not harder. Most drivers leave the recirculation setting off, assuming it doesn't make much of a difference. But here's the truth, when recirculation is off, your AC pulls in hot, humid air from outside, forcing the system to cool it down from scratch. Therefore, your AC works harder, cools slower, and burns more fuel in the process. Now, flip that switch on, and the entire game changes. Instead of pulling in fresh hot air, your AC keeps reusing the already cooled air inside the cabin. This simple action means quicker cooling, less strain on the system, and better fuel efficiency. All with the press of a button. But here's a pro tip. If your car's been roasting under the sun, don't hit recirculation immediately. Roll down the windows first. Let that trapped oven-like heat escape, and once the air feels bearable, activate recirculation. You'll feel that icy blast way faster. It's a small detail most drivers ignore, but once you use it right, you'll feel the difference instantly. Trust me, you'll never drive with recirculation off again. Let's move on to tip number 3, because if your AC is blowing cool air but never quite reaches that ice cold level, there's a sneaky issue you need to check before anything else. Tip number 3, low refrigerant, the silent AC killer. Most drivers ignore. If your car's AC feels like it's trying its best but just isn't delivering that icy blast, the problem might be low refrigerant, commonly known as Freon. But here's what most drivers don't realize. Refrigerant doesn't simply disappear overnight. It leaks out slowly over time, which is why this problem creeps up on you. At first, you might not notice anything wrong, but eventually the signs become clear. The air feels cool while driving but warms up at stoplights. You might hear a faint hissing sound from the vents. Therefore, your AC is still working, just not at its full power. The good news? You can often recharge the system yourself with a DIY refrigerant kit. These kits cost around $30 to $60 and usually come with a pressure gauge to help guide you. But here's the catch. Overfilling the system can damage the compressor, and that's a repair you don't want to pay for. If you're even slightly unsure, it's safer to let a mechanic handle it. A professional top-off is quick, affordable, and could bring your AC back to its full icy glory in no time. Alright, moving on to tip number 4, and this one is so simple, yet it's often the reason why your AC just doesn't feel powerful enough. Tip number 4, a clogged cabin air filter could be suffocating your AC. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked reasons your AC might not be cooling the way it should: your cabin air filter. It's easy to forget because it's hidden behind your glove box, quietly doing its job. But when this small filter gets clogged, it can strangle your AC's performance without you even realizing it. Over time, the cabin air filter collects dust, pollen, leaves, and all sorts of debris. That's what it's designed to do: clean the air before it reaches you, but when it becomes clogged, it restricts airflow so severely that even if your AC is blowing ice-cold air, it can't circulate through the vents properly. Therefore, the cold air stays trapped, and you're left wondering why your car feels like it's barely cooling down. You might notice symptoms like weak airflow, uneven cooling, or even a musty odor coming from the vents. But the fix is incredibly simple. Replace the cabin filter. Most replacements cost under $20, and many cars allow you to swap it out yourself in under 10 minutes with no tools required. It's one of those easy, low-cost fixes that gets overlooked far too often, but once you replace that dirty filter, you'll be shocked at how much stronger and cleaner your AC feels. A clean cabin air filter doesn't just improve the air you breathe, it gives your AC system the breathing room it needs to cool your car effectively. Let's move on to tip number 5, and this fix is sitting right under your nose, silently choking your AC's performance while most drivers never even think to check it. Tip number 5, a dirty condenser could be blocking your AC's cold airflow. Think of your car's AC condenser as the radiator for your air conditioning system. Its job to release all the heat your AC pulls out of the cabin and send it back into the air. But here's the problem. Your condenser sits right up front, behind the grill, constantly exposed to dust, bugs, leaves, and nasty road grime. Over time, that debris builds up, forming a stubborn barrier that traps heat instead of letting it escape. Therefore, even if your AC system is fully charged with refrigerant, it can't complete its cooling cycle properly. The result? The air blowing through your vents starts to feel weak, lukewarm, and underwhelming. But the fix? It's way easier than you'd expect. You don't need fancy tools or a trip to the mechanic. Grab a garden hose, skip the pressure washer, a soft brush, and give those condenser fins a gentle rinse. Carefully remove any surface debris without bending the delicate fins. If grime is packed in deep, an AC condenser cleaner spray can break it down without damaging anything. Once cleaned, you'll often notice an immediate boost in your AC's performance. Cooler air, faster. This simple maintenance step can relieve a ton of strain on your AC system and bring back that crisp, icy airflow you've been missing. It's one of the most effective, yet most ignored, DIY fixes you can do in less than 20 minutes. Don't underestimate the power of a clean condenser. Now, let's move on to tip number 6, because if you're sitting in your car waiting for the AC to cool things down, you're actually making it take longer than it should. Tip number 6, don't sit and wait. Start driving to cool your car faster. It feels logical, right? Start the car, crank up the AC, and wait for the cabin to chill before you hit the road. But here's the catch. Idling with the AC on is one of the slowest ways to cool down your car. When your vehicle is parked, especially under direct sunlight, everything under the hood, including your AC's condenser, is absorbing and radiating heat. The condenser's job is to expel heat from the cabin, but without air flowing over it, it can't perform efficiently. Therefore, sitting still with the AC blasting is just making your system work harder with minimal results. The solution? Get moving. The moment you start driving, air flows through the grill, cooling the condenser and allowing your AC system to release heat much faster. This airflow helps your AC reach peak performance quickly, delivering that icy cold blast you've been waiting for. Here's a simple routine. Roll down the windows right after starting the car to vent out trapped heat. Then begin driving. After a minute or two, switch to recirculation mode and set the AC to full cold. You'll notice the air cooling significantly faster compared to waiting in place. It's a small tweak that makes a huge difference. Stop wasting time idling, start driving, and let your AC system cool smarter, not harder. And now let's head into tip number 7, because even if you're doing everything right inside the car, there's one sneaky mistake outside that could be sabotaging your AC's cooling power from the very start. Tip number 7, regular maintenance. The key to keeping your AC ice cold. No, your car's AC isn't magic. It's a complex system of moving parts that gradually wear down over time. Small issues like tiny refrigerant leaks, clogged filters, or dirty condensers don't seem like a big deal at first, but they quietly chip away at your AC's performance until one day you're stuck sweating in traffic, wondering why the air isn't as cold as it used to be. But here's the good news. A little proactive maintenance can go a long way in keeping your AC blowing ice-cold air. Start with the cabin air filter. It's often hidden behind the glove box and easily forgotten, but a clogged filter severely limits airflow, making your AC AC work harder for weaker results. Make it a habit to check or replace the cabin filter every 12,000 to 15,000 miles to ensure your system can breathe properly. Low refrigerant is another common culprit. It might not shut down your AC completely, but it will gradually weaken its cooling power. You can top it off with a recharge kit that comes with a pressure gauge for guidance. However, if you're unsure, it's smarter to have a mechanic check refrigerant levels to avoid overfilling, which can damage the compressor. Don't ignore the condenser either. Located right behind the front grille, it's constantly exposed to bugs, dirt, and road grime. When it gets clogged, it restricts heat release, reducing overall AC efficiency. A gentle rinse with a garden hose and a soft brush can restore proper airflow and bring performance back. Let's move straight into tip number 8, because the real reason your AC struggles might actually be where you're parking, not how you're using it. Tip number 8, stop preheating your car. Park smart and save your AC. If you regularly leave your car baking in direct sunlight during peak heat, you're unknowingly setting up your AC for failure before you even start the engine. Sunlight turns your car's interior into a literal oven, pushing dashboard and seat temperatures beyond 150 degrees Fahrenheit. But here's where it becomes a problem. When your cabin starts out that hot, your AC isn't just cooling the air, it's fighting to reverse a full-on heat soak. Therefore, it takes longer to cool down, burns more fuel, and puts unnecessary strain on the entire system. The solution? Park smart, not just convenient. Look for shaded spots even if it means a slightly longer walk. Tree cover, building shadows, or even parking beside taller vehicles can block direct sunlight and reduce cabin heat. But if there's absolutely no shade in sight, a reflective windshield sunshade becomes your best friend. It reflects much of the sun's heat away from your dashboard, helping to keep interior temperatures in check. Now, moving on to the final tip, and this one is all about hearing what your AC has been trying to tell you all along. Tip number 9, listen to your AC. It's whispering early warnings before it fails. Cooling and airflow aren't the same thing, and that's exactly where many drivers get fooled. You might feel air blowing through the vents, but that doesn't always mean your AC is working properly. In fact, most AC systems start giving you subtle warning signs long before a major breakdown happens, but only if you're paying attention. A musty, unpleasant smell when you switch on the AC. That's often a sign of mold buildup inside the evaporator, but strange noises like clicking or buzzing from under the hood, that could mean your compressor is struggling and about to fail. If you notice weak airflow, it might not be the AC itself, but a clogged cabin air filter choking the system. And if the AC compressor keeps rapidly cycling on and off, that's usually your car signaling low refrigerant or a faulty pressure sensor. Therefore, ignoring these early signs can quickly snowball into expensive repairs or even a complete AC failure at the worst possible moment. Your AC won't scream for help, but it does whisper. The drivers who listen save themselves from big repair bills and long, sweaty drives. And there you have it, 9 simple tips that can transform your car's AC from barely cool to ice cold. Small fixes, smarter habits, and a little attention to detail can save you from sweating through summer. Don't wait for a breakdown. Stay ahead and let your AC do its job like a pro. If you found these tips helpful, go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on car-saving hacks like these. Drop a comment below and let me know which tip you're trying first. And don't forget to share this video with a fellow driver who needs to stay cool this summer.